make his Loretta's debut.
Making a debut. That's pretty cool. Well, Justin, we really appreciate you taking the time to stop up and talk to us. You're going to be hanging out some at the Hoosier booth and all around, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of floating around, so if you see me, say hi. But I'm gonna be floating around this racetrack, watching all the different angles, trying to see if maybe one of these days I can get in that 40+ class and go have a little bit of fun maybe when I retire from four wheels.
That's awesome, dude. We'd love to have you. Thanks for stopping by. Again, Justin Allgaier here with us from NASCAR, racing the number 7 car. So like I told you, I don't watch a lot of NASCAR, but now I have to start watching, dude. All right.
How about it? Holeshot, we called it number 24 of Joshua Varese. He is tough to beat, and B-Ray right behind him on the number 19 machine. The number 68 of Brandon Walther in the number 3 spot. Gage Linville 4th. Matthew Curler 5th. Carter Dubach 6th. Jacob Piccolo is 7th. Matthew Jorgensen is 8th. Talked to Gage Linville earlier in the pits. He goes, I got to get off the gate good. I cannot let Joshua Varese be 3, 4, 5 guys in front of me. He's put himself in a good spot right now, though. The number 19 of B-Ray. Has B-Ray ever led a lap at Loretta's? Brandon Ray has charged into the number 1 spot, but here comes the 24 right up along the inside. 4 guys. Here comes Linville from 4th to 2nd. Varese has company. Gage Linville, the MTF assassin. Now he goes from 4th to 1st now. Looks over. He looks B-Ray off. He's going to bring Joshua Varese right with him. I'm telling you, this is going to be a gnarly class here. 3 wide. Walther back there on the 68 machine. All the heavy hitters with a good start. There's Levi Kitchen. We expect to see him challenge for a race win as well. He's back in about 7th, but it is now Gage Linville with the early race lead. He'll come by and be credited with 1 lap in the books. Oh, in 3rd place, did a full 180 on the face of the jump. Walther, I believe, did not even hardly get, I don't know, just slid out. Yellow flags are out. Another rider down right in front of us here. That bike in a very precarious spot. As they jump right over it, they just cannot see the rider that's down. So the medics are working on one of the riders right in front of us as we continue to watch the number 40 of Gage Linville, Joshua Varese. Those are the 2 guys we were expecting to see. They're going to help him off to the side of the track. As we continue to watch Gage Linville do work. This is what those hot summer days at MTF all come to a head right here. All that work, all the training being put to good use. Brian Johnson has sharpened this young man into a assassin's tool now here in this 125 class. He's a big kid too. He sits about 5'11" probably. So for him to move that 125 around, he is doing work. The number 40, Gage Linville, started off 4th, made the move into the number 1 spot, trying to pull away from Joshua Varese. Brendan Walther went down. B-Ray in 3rd, I believe. Piccolo, Bennett, Chambers, Kitchen. He's the guy you're going to see up towards the front. Kitchen should finish inside the top 5, even from where he's at now. 4 guys right in front of Kitchen. He's got B-Ray and a few other kids directly in front of him, sweeping around the outside of the big Thor sweeper, Rodney Tomlin.
Well, riders all making their way around for lap 2 complete now. Linville still, as you said, out front. A 158.2 to a 158.3 to Joshua Varese. That gap still very tight at 1.4 seconds, so don't count a great battle shaping up in this one out very soon, because this one I think could go right down to the wire between these 2. Jacob Piccolo, look at that, up to 3rd place now. It's Brandon Ray's 4th, and Brock Bennett now rounds out your top 5. Piccolo actually picking his pace up to a 2-minute lap time that last time around. Now pulling it within 4.3 seconds of the battle for 1st.
Yeah, it usually takes about 3 laps before you figure out all the good lines and you're able to string them all together. So they're usually hunting for those first couple of lines. Linville knows where he wants to be now as he goes into the 10 commandments, doubles in, then hits the triple, and the double.
So Linville and Varese, we've watched these kids grow up through the 50s, 60s, 80s, super minis, and here we are into the 125cc class with these riders. And Linville and Varese, you know, wouldn't surprise me to see the championship actually come down between these two. Another rider that I kind of expect to be up toward the front of the pack in this one is Larry Reyes, the 52, who's back in the number 7 spot right now. He's turning a 2:01 in the traffic, which is a little faster than the guys in front of him. And don't be surprised to see Reyes up to a number 5 spot when we check in with lap 3 complete here in just a moment. As far as fast laps are concerned, Linville turning the fastest so far at a 158.2. And as we told you, Varese is looking at a 158.398. So almost 0.2 of a second off the pace of Linville is what we're seeing Varese with right now.
I'll tell you what, it's a man on the move, the number 47 of Levi Kitchen. Kitchen was in 8th place last time around. Kitchen is now, I believe, right behind number 19. He is into the number 5 spot. So the fastest man on the racetrack that's not leading is going to be on the number 47 Yamaha. Levi Kitchen throwing everything at him but
the sink.
The kitchen sink, that's right.
I thought the kitchen part of it was the obvious part. You know?
Yes, yeah. I was just setting you up, man. So we're going to watch his progress. Kitchen has picked off 3 guys in that one lap over the Tunnel of Love, over by the billboards. That's where you'll find Levi Kitchen. Back in the kitchen, got the hairnet on, cooking up some eggs.
That's that guy. I knew I saw him someplace. Well, Kitchen into the number 5 position. He gets around Reyes. See, I was watching Reyes that last time around, but he even gets around the 52 machine.
With the 159 lap time.
With the 159 lap time in that lap traffic. That might be good news for some of those riders. If they can latch on, they might be able to get some real estate there and work their way up and be challenging for that number 3 spot. Don't be surprised if you don't see Levi Kitchen around Brandon Ray here soon.
Oh, he's there right now.
And also knocking on the door of Piccolo for that 3rd place position, the 81 machine.
Yeah, he's only 1.9 seconds behind Brandon Ray last time around. He was coming. He was 2 seconds faster than B-Ray too. So we should see a good battle there coming out of Levi Kitchen for that number 4 spot. He should get up to about 3rd. I think Varese and Linville are going to be gone. They've got a comfortable 6, 7, 8 seconds over them.
Yeah, they've got a good run going. Linville turning that 157 that last time around, so he continues to roll some steam out there and rolling fast here in this first moto. Of course, he's trying to put some real estate. Only a second separating those.
Not anymore. Varese down. He's picking the motorcycle up. Joshua Varese just made life a lot easier for our leader, Gage Linville.
Yeah, so that's good news for him, I'm sure, especially here on the hot part of the afternoon on a Tuesday.
Wow, Kitchen is up to 3rd. Levi Kitchen now up to the number 3 spot, Rodney. And he's got Varese right in front of him.
Exactly. So I was, like we say, when we started looking at times, I was expecting a challenge for 3rd. Didn't expect necessarily to be in 3rd at the end of this lap. So that goes to show you making even more gains out there, the 47.
He's like, just watch me ride. I'm on a blue bike, number 47. It'll be a lot of fun. Just follow along, guys.
So at the end of 4, Linville, Varese, Kitchen, Reyes, actually Varese able to get back up. He didn't lose a lot of time. He's just now 10.7 seconds. I mean, that was a few seconds he lost on Linville, but when you look at the big picture, he really saved a lot of time by getting back up quick and maintaining the 2nd place position.
Your leader heading towards the 10 Commandments. He's into the right-hander. He's got his choice of lines. Goes outside, doubles in, hits the triple again, double out. Easy as that, Rodney. Everybody can do it, right?
Oh, yeah, that's just exact. I showed him that in practice yesterday.
Yeah, he was talking about all the hot lines you were telling him about in the Rodney Tomlin motocross school that he's been going to for 6 months. You got him all tuned up.
Well, you know, I've been holding back my knowledge for a long time, Kevin. And after all this year, I've been in the business of announcing for 25 years. I thought it was time that I really
spread that knowledge.
Yeah, spread the knowledge of all the things that I've learned in that 25 years.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't get enough of you, Rodney Tomlin. I'm sure Brian Johnson from MTF's going, shut up. I trained this guy. I'm responsible.
Well, it was a computer thing between me.
Oh, it's all done on computers.
Yeah, yeah.
So there he is. Look at the gap there. The number 40 of Gage Linville, 10 seconds out front. There's Varese, the number 24 KTM, and in the frame, the 47 of Levi Kitchen.
Oh, yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting. And look at that. Reyes is back there as well aboard the 52 in that 4th place position. So this could as easily be a 3-way battle for 2nd as it will be for a 2-way battle, as we'll keep post on that. Looks like Brandon Ray checking in on board the number 19 machine. Not real far behind Reyes in that battle for the 3rd spot, so keep an eye on this one. Still plenty of room for things to happen as Linville checks in with 5 laps complete at 2 minutes flat now, basically almost a 2:01. But here's where it gets interesting. 1:59 for Varese, checking in 1.1 seconds ahead of Levi Kitchen, who had a 1:58.8. It's almost a full second faster than Varese. Ray has a 1:59.6, and he's running a couple seconds behind Kitchen right now. So those three keeping very fast pace out there, and they're not far off of each other's pace either. So this is going to get interesting for 2nd place.
Yeah, they are going at it out past the mechanics area. They cleared the trees. They're back onto that straightaway. Gage Linville will be the first to enter the 10 Commandments. Again, that's the benefit of having your own line choice. Nobody's pushing you. You're not having to cover any kind of inside line, so he gets to choose the fastest line. That's not to be said for our 2nd place rider, the 24 of Varese, who has to think about the guy behind him, Levi Kitchen, who is right there with him.
Rolling into that storied land, your leader, Gage Linville, again, some 10 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Not really having to contend with lap traffic yet either, as he works his way now out of storied land, past the old waterworks and the Moose trailer into the Rocky Mountain ATV&C sweeper turn. The leader, Gage Linville, has been virtually uncontested pretty much since lap number 1 and the start of this race, I believe, Kevin Kelly. So interesting race for him, and I'm sure that the rest of the week is not going to bode nearly as easily, and if it does, it's going to be kind of a surprise, because we're seeing riders like Varese, Kitchen, Reyes, and those guys finally working their way to the front of the pack. If they get a good start in the 2nd and 3rd motos, it could mix things up there on the podium.
Let's pick them up right in front of us. We're on the outside, the 47 of Levi Kitchen. Oh, a little off-track excursion for Varese, and now we have a battle for the number 2 spot. The KTM taking on the Yamaha rider, the 24 of Varese in the number 2 spot. Kitchen in that number 3 spot. Varese went down. You would think it would throw him out of his rhythm, but he jumped right into a 158-ish, 159. So Joshua Varese, a gamer for sure. Past the billboards and heading towards the mechanics area we go with our 2nd place leader. Linville has cleared the mechanics area.
Well, looks like Wyatt Liebeck may be starting to pick up his pace a little bit later in the moto here, as we have some 7.5 minutes or so left in the race. Liebeck, the number 11, turning, I believe, his fastest lap on this last time around at a personal fastest at a 2:02.4, gaining a little bit of time on Brandon Ray, the 19, for that 5th place position. So we may be about to see some fireworks in that spot. But overall, riders pretty much settling into pace until you get just outside the top 10, and we got some good battles going on back there.
7 seconds now, the deficit between Linville and Varese. It was 10 seconds. They've chopped 3 seconds off of that lead of Gage Linville.
Well, I think
we're going 20 minutes. We got about 6-7 more minutes left.
I think there's a couple of things that we can factor into what's going on. Linville has actually slowed his pace down to a 2:01 here later in the moto. So that's not surprising, knowing the lead that he had is 10+ seconds. So he's thinking, you know, I got a little comfort, don't have to push the envelope too much. But the other side of that coin is the fact that we've got such what looks like a fairly intense battle about to shape up, even though there's 1.5 seconds separating the two. Varese and Kitchen know each other are there, and that is a battle. So far, Varese has been able to keep that gap at about 1.5 to 2 seconds. But any slight miscues, Levi Kitchen is there, and he is going to capitalize on him on that number 47, and sometimes even sneaking up a lot tighter and closer to that rear wheel of Varese throughout the course of this moto. Might force him into that mistake a little sooner than expected.
Yeah, they both turned 159s. In fact, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th were all 159s on lap number 6. Now that's changed to 7 now. They 2nd and 3rd have turned 159s. Varese and Kitchen. 5 seconds now is the deficit. They are chopping into it. Varese is reeling in Gage Linville. It was 10 seconds. They've lost 5 seconds off of that lead. And we still have plenty of time. We've got about 7 more minutes of racing. And these boys are coming back in the number 2 spot. Now in the 10 Commandments, Varese will be able to see Gage Linville as he's working his way through the 10 Commandments.
Well, there's a name that finally popping into the top 15. Gage Stein back there aboard the number 12 as he checks in the 13th place position in amongst some traffic back there. He's turning to 202 to 209s, 207s, and 210s. So he's making some gains late here in the Moto. Only 5 minutes of racing left, so I'm sure he's hoping to be able to at least gain a top 10 position to try to position himself a little better for the second and third motos. And I think, you know, here we go, that classic first moto, where things don't go as well as what you hope, but the second motos, once the riders work their way through the pack, get better start picks and so forth, that's whenever we start to see the second, third motos heat up, and some of the maybe riders we expected early on in that first moto to start to shine, I guess we could say.
Your leader coming right in front of us on the number 40 machine. It's Gage Linville. Can Gage hold off the surging number 24, Joshua Varese? Incredible ride. Varese was on the ground about 4 laps ago. Didn't lose a position, lost a lot of time, and he's just about to the point where he was. But all of a sudden, here comes the 47 again of Levi Kitchen. He's been this close 3 different times, then he drifts back a couple of seconds. So there's something going on with Levi Kitchen, certain part of this racetrack. So through the mechanics area we go with the number 40, Gage Linville, looking for his first moto win of the 2019 Loretta Lynn's Championship. And Linville thinking about winning, but he also needs to think about the number 24, Joshua Varese, who's got it down to 4.8 seconds. So there's the 40 of Gage Linville, holding on to that number 1 spot, working his way around the Rocky Mountain ATV sweeper on that MTF Husqvarna ride. And Levi Kitchen just all over the 24. They're side by side for that number 2 spot. Best race on the racetrack for sure. Linville comes into view, touches down on the big Kawasaki step down, and there will be side by side Varese and Levi Kitchen deep into the moto, deep into the sand. They're going to split this lap rider. Kitchen on the outside, Varese on the inside. Kitchen bringing a head of steam. Can he fly right past Varese? He's got control of the inside line. Varese counters on the outside, and he makes the pass. That took forever for Levi Kitchen to get around Joshua Varese. What a breakout ride for Levi Kitchen. Heck of a ride there. Reyes Jr. trying to follow him right with him. He's in the number 4 spot. Now he's just behind Joshua Varese. And Wyatt Liebeck rounds out your top 5. 3.5 seconds now between Linville and Kitchen. It was as high as 10 seconds. They have chopped 7 seconds off of that lead that Linville had.
Yeah.
So Levi Kitchen made the move here, dug deep with a 159.4 late in the moto, and just harassed Joshua Varese and pressured him into a pass. White flag lap now. 1 more to go for Gage Linville as he tries to hold on to a moto win.
Hard-fought moto here for Linville, and you know, you said these guys put some heat on it. It happened at the right time. It happened at the last lap. It happened at the end of the race here.
That's fine. That's called managing the race for sure.
Absolutely, race management, racecraft, race management. You know it. And if you're going to lose a little time, give a little time up, or drop or increase that lap time just a bit, now is the time to do it.
Yeah,
so.
I'll win by 1/100th of a second as long as I get that W.
You better believe it.
Here he comes one more time right in front of us. And number 40, Gage Linville, the MTF rider, has brought it all the way back, full circle. He's back on top. The checker flag is out, and Gage Linville will win the first moto of the 125 12 to 17 class. Great ride for Gage. Fantastic ride for the number 47 of Levi Kitchen as he pounds his way into the number 2 spot.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Down here to the podium as we get set to congratulate, our 125 12 to 17 BC Moto 1 medal winners. And of course, top 3 here, Holeshot awards and all that to go along with it as well. And congratulations to Gage Linville, who's able to take this Moto 1 win. But again, it wasn't without a challenge. And as we know, it's never given to these riders. They've got to work for it. So we'll take an opportunity to talk to him a little bit about that. He's getting cooled off there, getting a cold drink, and also talk a little moto strategy there with Mama, looks like. All right, Gage, let's go ahead and give you that Moto medal there, taking home the gold. And let's put our hands together for this 125 BC Moto 1 winner, Gage Linville, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, good one out there for you. Hot one too, man. Talk a little bit about that one.
Yeah, it's definitely hot, but I got off to a pretty good start. I think I was 3rd or 4th, and just tried to make small, quick passes, not try to get in the pace. And then when I kind of got out lead, I just kind of tried to ride my own race and do that.
Well, talk a little bit about what's it like to maintain that. I mean, you're out front like that, you stay in focus. I know you train so hard to get in this position. What's it feel like, and how you maintain that pace?
Yeah, well, I mean, MTF, we always train there. They pretty much get us set up for it, so it's just kind of like under any order of the day.
There you go, man. You gotta like it whenever you come to the office like this and you have such a great day, buddy. Who do you want to say thanks to?
The good Lord for keeping me safe, my mom and dad, everybody at MTF. They helped me so much with Big B gating me, FMF, Fox, 100%, JMS for the motor, David Wallace for all he does for me, 100%, and everybody else, thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gage Linville taking Moto Gold here at Loretta's as we get set for the 2nd place position finisher. He's going to take home the silver, and wow, what a push, what a ride. Levi Kitchen able to make things happen there in the last couple of laps, moving all the way through the pack into that number 2 spot. So let's get Levi on over here, and we'll give him this silver medal and get the day going here for him. Come on over, 2nd place. Levi Kitchen making his way on over. He's over there. I'll tell you, a very popular place here today, and rightfully so this afternoon as things are really heating up. As that Gatorade tent over there, as these guys are quenching that thirst and rehydrating. And let's put our hands together once again. What a ride for Levi Kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. Levi, wow. Where'd you come from? I mean, you had to come from back a little bit, it looked like.
Yeah, I didn't get the best start. I mean, it was pretty good, and then I got pushed wide, had to go on that first roller, and a couple kids got around me on the outside. And then first few laps here are always scary, like kids going down left and right. So I was pretty tight the first few laps. And then once it kind of spread out, I just kind of picked and chose who was going to pass and just tried to catch him and get around him, I guess.
Man, with a ride like that in Moto 1, you got to be looking forward to Moto 2.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Moto 2. I want to get on top step for sure.
All right, man, we'll be looking for that. Who do you want to say thanks to for helping get you to this point?
Well, my mom, dad, everybody from Real Deal, Rob and Sherry. I mean, they helped me so much with my fitness, and it showed that last moto. And the whole Cycle Trader Rock River Yamaha team, Ed, they're great. And Moose, Bell, 100% Andy, Alpine Star, FMF, and just everybody else. Monster Army, thank you so much.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd place, taking home the silver, Levi Kitchen. Here in this 125 12 to 17 BC class, and holding on for a 3rd place in the bronze. How about it for Josh Varese as he makes his way up? Joshua, wow, man, under fire, under pressure, under heat, that entire moto, man. Let's talk a little bit about that one.
Oh yeah, that race was pretty crazy. Probably one of the gnarliest races so far in a while. And I got off to the Holeshot. I was pretty pumped with that. And then I didn't get a good sight lap. Everyone was kind of just swerving all over the track. I was trying to dodge them, and I didn't get the best sight lap, but I just knew just to try and hit the lines that I saw earlier. And I ended up going down after the big sand sweeper. I picked it up quick. I knew that third place was coming, so I knew I had to move quick. And then after that, I kind of just that fall I had just kind of drained me.
Kind of took the wind out of the sails in a sense, but man, still a good strong finish. You got to be pretty stoked about second and third motos coming up.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I still was able to get up here on the podium and just get ready for Moto 2s in this, and hopefully come out with on top of the box.
There you go. Well, you came out with on top of the Holeshot there. You pick yourself up $100 there from Bell Helmets. So congratulations to you for the Holeshot award. And I know that there's some folks that you want to say thanks to for help put you in this position here this week.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the Lord for keeping me safe, my mom and dad, my little brother, grandma and grandpa, Nate Ramsey, Hope, everyone at KTM Orange Brigade, Thor, Liat, Scott, Alpine Stars, For the Peeps, Mr. Business, Nihilo Concepts, ASV Inventions, Pro Taper, Chirby's, Dunlop, Twisted Development, and Traction MX, and everyone else I forgot. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, he takes home the Moto bronze here, third place position. Joshua Varese here in the 125 12-17 BC Moto number 1. Well, the stage is set for this one, and I tell you, there's some hungry individuals hoping to make things happen in Motos 2 and 3 to try to position themselves for championships. And I know there's pretty much the same face we're being looking into here for the next Motos coming up as well. So we'll head